I know I said I was going to do a little bit of Lobotomy Corp, but I took a small bit of break. And we're going to jump right back into Limbus for a little bit. I will do library later today, though, so we'll still do that. Let's see. Our guest was a fixer named Yuri, a former employee at Lobotomy Corporation. Seeing as she showed a different response to the bus-devouring bodies, she must have gone through a lot herself. But she grows nervous as she checks the maps and looks at the driver's seat. Okay. Yeah, let's use this team. Actually, we'll probably swap, yeah, we'll bring, Don Quixote with us. Why not?
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
저 근데
Hey there, how's it going? I'm sorry to ask.
제게 있는데요. 길은 어떻게 알고 가는 건가요?
But if I have the map, how do you know what roads to take? Answerless, the bus keeps speeding it away. I'm good. Good. I took a small bit of a nap, so I wanted to play a little bit more because I'm kind of hooked in this already. Try to make a little bit of progress. Did some decent pulls.
그건 말이지.
We do have something to lead us.
감이지. 카룬의 감.
Intuition. Charon's intuition.
네?
What?
분홍머리. 카룬 앞을 이상한 종이로 막는 이유가 뭐야?
Pinky hair, explain why you keep rubbing that odd paper in Charon's face.
계속 이상한 방향으로 가니까 그렇죠. 이 지도를 보세요. 우리가 가는 쪽은 남동쪽 방향인데.
Because you keep going in weird directions. Take a look at this map. Our destination is the southeast of here. Charon reluctantly gives the map a cursory glance as she couldn't ignore the thing right in front of her eyes.
마음이 향하는 곳, 그곳에 진짜 길이 있을지니.
Follow the heart, that's where the truth path lies. Oh, good God. Here, we must follow as our heart lead.
그냥 지도 보는 법도 모르는 길치라는 거잖아요.
You're just admitting you can't read a map.
제가 하고 싶은 말을 대신 해주실 줄이야.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Well, this is a little bit more lighthearted than I was expecting out of the game with so much death in it. Yuri and Ishmael put a palm to their respective faces at the same time, almost like they were in sync.
오, 우리 기사님 친구라도 생겼나 봐.
Oh? Did our driver make a new friend?
분홍머리가 계속 제잘거려. 난 길을 알고 있단 말이야.
He keeps on blabbing. I know the way.
아니 그러니까 방향이 잘못.
No, I mean, you're going the wrong direction.
앞에 또 장애물이야. 부릉부릉 할까?
Look ahead. More obstacles. Do I go vroom vroom?
아니, 카론. 기다려봐.
No, Charon. Wait 1 second.
버스가 근사해 보이는데 나도 좀 타보자.
Looky, nice bus you got there. Why don't you give me a ride?
메피스토펠레스의 후식 시간인 모양이군.
I guess Mephistopheles could use a helping of dessert.
아직 밥을 더 먹여야겠어.
Get on down. It needs to be fed a bit more. And that was kind of cute. Like, with all the death that's been in the game so far, it's nice to have a little bit of lightheartedness every once in a while. I did see that you followed me. I appreciate that. Didn't have to do that, but you know, still trying to grow the Twitch channel, so appreciate it all the same. My clock. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna go with purple, purple. Orange, green, orange.
출진이다!
꽤잘 갈렸고.
죽음으로 참여하라.
Okay, so he's staggered now. What do we want to go? We can go orange.
정화! 승리했어!
Okay, we actually have his now. We can take a look at what his ego does. Okay, so he relies on purple, it seems like. Maybe? I don't know.
정화!
정신이 물러 터졌군요.
Okay, so let's see what his does.
이 안에 담아주지.
Okay.
시간이 휘청거리는군. 소란이 줄었네요.
Okay, so he's got low morale now. We can see Don Quixote's ability. I mean, might as well, right?
정화. 죽음으로 참여하라.
Never mind.
다 내 먹잇감들이었지.
Okay, so we got a nice little reward from that. Okay, so it looks like we get like 130 every, and then if we clear all of them, 260. All right, fair decent amount of lunacy. I was shocked to learn that Karen has virtually no sense of direction, though I guess it's fortunate that it come to light this early in the trip. Yuri took matters in her own hands and started teaching her how to read a map, and Sinclair joined tuned. Rather noisy, but still, I can't say that I hate to see it. Clear within 10 turns. You know what? Yeah, I think it's a good mix of abilities. So we'll just keep that team.
하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
카론, 이쪽이 동쪽일까요? 서쪽일까요?
No, Karen, tell me, is this east or west?
카론은 두 가지 방향만 알아. 메피의 앞쪽과 뒤쪽.
Karen only knows two directions, Mephi's front and back.
지금까지 방향도 모르는 사람이 어떻게 운전기사를 했대요?
How did you come so far with a driver who has zero sense of direction?
카론, 그러니까요. 해가 뜨는 쪽이
Karen, like I said, the sun rises from... At the driver's seat, three heads gathered together over a map. Well, one of them might have been at a slightly different elevation from the others.
꼬맹이, 너도 저기 끼어 있어야 하는 거 아니야?
Chiquita, aren't you going to join them too?
무례한 소리! 난 어린이가 아니라네! 꼬맹이는 더더욱 아니고!
I beg your pardon, I am no child, but most certainly not little. Watching Don Quixote shake her fist sky high at Radya, I noticed a bitter gaze falling upon them out of the corner of my view. I'm starting to think that Yuri gal might be put up with the rough childhood. Gregor turned around to take a glance in my direction, then shook his head and went back to looking at the driver's side of his... Okay, this text speed is too slow for me. Gregor turned around to take a glance in my direction, then shook his head and went back to looking at the driver's side with his chin resting on his hand.
어린 편도 아니야. 일단 칼을 줄 수 있으면 전쟁에 참전부터 시키는 둥지도 있었으니까.
Wouldn't be on the youngest side either. Some nests used to conscript anyone old enough to hold a knife. Nest. A nest is basically the center of a district if my memory is correct. Sounds like nests used to get into wars with one another in the past. Did it happen often?
아주 없는 일은 아니었지.
Not frequently, but sure as hell did happen.
관리자 양반, 전쟁에 대해 궁금한 게 많나 봐.
Interested in learning about wars, Manager Bud? Oh, I'm not really curious about the details. Just gathering info I should know about as the manager. As I was about to go on, a glimpse of Gregor's expression I caught from the side stopped me in my tracks. His eyes seemed to be fixed somewhere more distant than the driver's seat.
그런 자세를 뭐라고 하고 싶은 건 아니야, 관리자 양반. 오히려 좋은 자세 아닐까? 상관의 귀감아닐까 싶은데.
Don't get me wrong, Manager Bud. I'm not trying to criticize you or anything. Heck, it's actually a pretty stand-up attitude for a boss, I'd say. He slowly continued taking a pack of cigarettes from his pocket.
그래도 개인적으로는 모를 수 있을 때 모르는 게 기회일지도 모른다고 생각해.
Still, ignorance is a gift you should savor while you have it, if you ask me.
일단 알게 되면 다시는 모를 수 없게 될 테니까.
Once you're burdened with knowledge, there's no going back. Without another word, he lit his cigarette.
아니요, 방금 저쪽에서 우회전을 했어야죠.
No, you should have turned it right at the intersection.
괜찮아요, 카론. 조금만 더 가서 꺾어도 올바른 길로 갈 수 있어요.
It's okay, Karen. We can turn around to the next junction.
기사의 삶은 고단해.
The woes of a driver.
지금 더 급한 건 목적지로 가는 길을 아는 것 같네.
Well, looks like we have more
관리자 양반.
looks like we have more pressing matters at hand. Ain't that right, Manager Bud? Gregor cackled with his cigarette smoke still in his mouth. I was still curious to learn what he'd been through, but he's right that I should focus on the other things for now. An urgent matter showed up right before our bus-shaped doorstep too.
옥신각신을 그쯤 해라. 전방에 다시 적이다.
No squabbling now. More enemies inbound.
친구들을 버스에 쳐넣다니 미친 새끼들 제정신이야?
You shoved my pals into that bus, you sick bastards. Are you nuts?
가만 안 둔다. 버스만 가지려고 했는데 너네도 전부 죽인다.
You'll pay for this. We were just gonna leave you with the bus, but now I'm gonna see you all bleed.
연료들이 시끄러워. 카론, 2명 이상 시끄러우면 어지러워.
Verge, fuel is making a fuss. Karen will get dizzy if many mouths are being noisy.
걱정할 필요 없다, 카론. 이제부터 조용해질 테니.
Nothing to worry about, Karen. They'll shut their mouths soon enough.
정원, 하차.
Off the bus. I really like the art style of this game. Like, holy shit. Okay, I think we're gonna go purple.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 검을 덜 갈았었나?
Actually,
정화! 검을 덜 갈았었나? 꽤 잘 갈렸군. 죽음으로 참여하라. 정화! 달려라 루신한테! 정의는 승리한다!
god damn. Okay, we didn't actually do that much damage though, that's the only problem.
생각대로 되었어.
거치적거리지만 마. 죽음으로 참여하라. 죽음으로 참여하라.
승리했어.
The longer a clash goes on, the higher the victory's final damage. Okay, I gotta remember that. Seems like useful information if I actually want to hit some big hits.
다시 지도를 보자고요.
Okay, let's look at the map again.
카론, 딴청 피우면 안 된다니까요.
Karen, can you please focus? Looking at the trio arguing over the map once again, a question arose in my mind. By the way, this bus was specifically made for Limbus company, right?
정확히는 저희들만을 위한 버스라고 해야겠네요.
It was made exclusively for us, to be more precise. Isn't that basically what I said?
그게 그 뜻 아니냐고 생각하고 계신 것 같네요.
You appear to be failing to identify the nuance. That's weird. I don't think I spoke that part out loud. Is the clock broken or something?
그 정도는 째깍이지 않아도 알 수 있어요.
I can tell that much without hearing it verbalized.
파우스트는 모르는 것이 없으니까요.
There is nothing that Faust doesn't know after all. Anyway, it's taken a while to get it out of the oven, especially that mouth on its side.
예상한 만큼 걸려서 만들었을 뿐이에요.
Well, it took the expected amount of time. She's downright oppressive to talk to.
파우스트는 천재예요. 도시의 모든 것을 알고 있죠.
Faust is a well-renowned genius. She knows the ins and outs of the city.
어이, 그렇게 뛰어나시다면 저 앞에 가서 길부터 찾아주지 그래. 아까부터 저것들이 시끄러워서 잠을 못 자겠잖아.
Oi, if you're so smart, why don't you help with those twits at the driver's side figure out the way? Can't sleep a wink with their constant bickering.
파우스트는 오지랖쟁이가 아니에요. 묻는 것에는 대답하지만 묻지도 않은 것을 말하지는 않아요.
Faust is no meddler. She answers to questions, but doesn't chime in without being asked first.
그리고 인간이 무언가를 깨닫기 위해 골똘한 고민을 하는 건 가장 즐거운 일이랍니다. 파우스트는 산통을 깨고 싶지 않네요.
Additionally, there's no greater joy for a human being than to ponder on problems in order to grasp an answer. Faust would rather not spoil that delight.
뭘 골똘히 고민을 해봤어야 공감을 하죠.
He wouldn't get it. I doubt he's pondered on anything ever. I saw Heathcliff's grip on the Bat Titan, however. With Virgilus casting a gaze his way, he clicked his tongue as he crossed his arms and forced his eyes shut. I wonder why they're so vitriolic.
나랑 마음이 꽤 맞는 것 같네, 관리자 양반.
Huh? You and me both, Manager Bud. You and me both. With Gregor snickers, the bus started again.
이 정도면 피는 만족할 만큼 본 것 같고.
Manager capacity increased, so we got up to level 66. Okay, so the question I have is when do I start getting some thread? So I can actually upgrade my characters a little bit. I also need these tickets so I can actually get them higher up level 2. Alright, let's keep moving. Clear chapter 2 to unlock mirror dungeons? Okay. How are we almost done with this chapter? We haven't even made it to Lobotomy Corp yet. Ryder looks out through the window at the back streets before flinching abruptly. His eyes fell on a group of people with heads for bugs. Then Gregor's expression shifted as well. It was not out of flinching disgust like Royda, though.
내가 나설 차례인가?
그래, 혹시 저치들과 아는 사이야?
Greg, you know those pals?
무슨... 이 뒷골목에 내가 아는 얼굴이 있을...
Huh? Give me a break. There's no way I'd know someone from this corner of the back streets. Gregor's face goes dark the moment he looks out the window. Bugheads? Unlike the other miscreants we've run into, they were part insectoid.
단테, 머리가 시계라서 다행이야. 저런 거였음 쳐다볼 때마다 헛구역질했을 것 같아.
Gosh, Dante, thank goodness your head's shaped like a clock. I would have gagged if the manager was a huge bug.
저거 그레고르 씨랑 같은 강화 시술 아니에요?
Isn't that the same type of augmentation you have, Gregor?
저런 징그러운 벌레 대가리를 일부러 붙여놓는다고?
Stitch discussing insect heads to their necks on purpose?
가까이 붙지 마. 너한테도 해충병 없는다.
You better stay away. Wouldn't want to catch the pest. What is he trying to say? Knee? Wouldn't want to catch the pest. Knee.
정말이에요?
Is that true?
아니야. 내 개그 센스가 이상한 건가?
Just a joke. Does my sense of humor not fly with kids your age? While Gregor was left scratching his head, the bus made a languishing sound and came to a slow, deflating halt.
과거 G사에서는 대부분의 직원들이 그레고르 씨처럼 생체무기 시술을 받았어요.
In the past, G-Corp had procedure on most employees to give them biometric weapons like the one Gregor has.
그레고르 씨 예전 G사 출신이었어요?
He used to work with the old G-Corp.
그러면
That company must have been... Ishmael frowned as she remembered something unpleasant, but didn't speak further. Gregor wore a smile on his mouth, but his hardened eyes were resting downcast just a moment ago.
저런 분들은 평소엔 어디서 주무시는 건가요?
I wonder where do people like him sleep at night?
세상에는 하늘을 천장 삼고 별을 조명 삼아 사는 사람들도 많은 법이지.
For many, the sky is the roof over their heads and the stars are their firelight.
아, 풍류가 있는 분들이로군요.
Ah, so you're the poetic sort. I don't think that's what he meant.
보아하니 저들 역시 우리의 여정을 방해할 마음인가 보군.
And unless my eyes deceive me, they're intent on obstructing our journey.
내려야 하지 않겠어? 그레고르.
Aren't you going to get off, Gregor?
굳이 날 찝어서 말하는 이유는?
Care to explain why you're calling my name specifically?
글쎄, 남의 추억을 내 입으로 떠들고 싶진 않은 걸.
Who knows? I don't feel like rambling about someone else's past with my own tongue.
장소 그레고르. 이유는 네가 잘 알잖아.
Take the lead, Gregor. You know the reason.
고약한 사람이네. 당신.
You're one nasty fellow. A group of soldiers with heads of insects gathered near the bus.
어디 앞장서는 거 별로 안 좋아하는데.
I'm not too fond of being in the vanguard.
넌 뭐야? 왜 우리랑 같은 팔을 가지고 있지?
What are you? Why does your arm look like ours?
가만, 낯익은 얼굴인데.
Hold on, I've seen that face before.
포스터나 잡지에 서식했던 적이 있지.
Mostly on flyers and magazine covers, I'd bet. Gregor, did you know them from somewhere?
그런 게 중요한 건 아닌 것 같은데요, 관리자님.
Not really important
얘기할 상황은 아니에요.
Not really important right now, manager. Don't think we have time for reminiscing.
신경 쓰이긴
Don't-
하지만 아무렴 어때? 어쨌든 이 앞으로 못 지나간다.
I swear I'm not trying to speak over the dialogue because the voice acting is actually really good, but I don't know Korean, so it's hard to like. And with the idea that our main character doesn't speak, it also throws me off because I'm reading his lines as they appear. It's not like a lobotomy. It's not like library where like everyone is voice acted. That arm bothers me, but whatever. Point is, I can't let you through. That's so. I suppose we can't talk this out.
그런데 이것들은 왜 대놓고 벌레 모습인 채로 다니는 거야?
Why are they showing their buggy sides out in the open anyway?
어린애들은 마주치면 눈물부터 터뜨리겠어. 그렉처럼 티라도 덜 나면 좋잖아?
They'd make kids cry. Really ought to take some concealing lessons from our Greg over here, right?
내가 특이한 케이스야. 대부분은 머리통에 무조건 곤충 부분이 붙어버리거든.
I'm a special case. The procedure makes those buggy parts grow on their head most of the time.
이걸 운이 좋았다고 해야 할지는 모르겠지만
Though I'm not sure if I'd consider myself lucky.
이유는 모르겠지만 저 사람들 우리가 로보토미 집으로 향하는 걸 막으려는 것 같았어요.
It feels like they're trying to stop us from getting onto the branch facility for some reason.
이들도 황금 가지를 노리는 거야?
Are they after the golden bow too?
그럴지도.
Maybe so.
그 정수를 원하는 자는 널렸으니까
There ought to be many that are after the essence.
각각이 바라는 소망도 다양할 테고.
And I'm sure each has their own wishes. Isn't that true?
왜 날 쳐다봐? 내가 알 리가 없잖아.
What's that look for? I haven't got a clue either. Okay, so what do we got here? They're weak to slash damage. They're level 4.
정화!
I think I'm reading that right. Right? I could be reading that wrong.
출진이다! 죽음으로 참여하라. 당신은 몰라. 터졌군요. 승리했어!
저거
정화!
Okay, that did a fair bit of damage.
타겟 제거. 다 내 먹잇감들이었지.
Okay, cool. I gotta be honest, I still don't quite know what I'm doing, but looks cool nonetheless. Got another 130 lunacy. After a number of scruffles and scrapes, we arrived at the old Lobotomy Corporation branch. Near the entrance, new faces are waiting for us.
이단에게 철의 단죄를.
도착했다. 역시 카로는 길을 알았던 거야.
We're here. Karen knew the way all along.
역시는 무슨 역시예요. 저랑 싱클레어 씨가 양쪽에서 얼마나 고생했는데.
No, you didn't. Sinclair and I had to steer you from both sides nonstop.
그래도 이제 동남쪽과 동북쪽을 구분할 수 있어서 다행이에요, 카론.
I'm glad you at least learned to tell the difference between southeast and northeast, Karen. So this is the old L Corp.
저도 직접 보는 건 처음이네요. 그 일이 있고 나서 시간이 오래 지나진 않았을 텐데요.
This is my first time seeing it with my own eyes too. Can have been long since that happened.
세상에, 어떻게 건물이 이 모양일 수가 있죠?
My goodness, how could a building be in such a derelict state?
부잣집 도련님한테는 익숙하지 못한 광경인가 보군.
Huh. It's a surprise scene for a rich boy, is it?
잡담은 그만. 하차한다.
Cut the chatter. Time to step off. Huh. There are people over there.
유리 씨와 같은 사무소의 해결사분들이에요.
They're fixers from the same office as Miss Yuri.
사지부에 이미 몇 번이나 방문한 적이 있는 경험자들이죠.
They're experienced explorers who visited the branches of L Corp a number of times.
인사하지. 왼쪽에 있는 분은 홉킨스 씨. 그리고 오른쪽에 계시는 분이 아야 씨다.
Give your greetings. The one on the left is Hopkins and the one on the right is Aya.
안녕하십니까.
Greetings.
붉은 시선님, 직접 만나뵐 수 있어서 정말 영광입니다. 소문으로만 익히 들어왔었는데.
I don't know. I was in fact the red gaze. It's such an honor to meet you. I've heard so many stories of your deeds than to see you in person.
아,
Yeah.
저 앞에 허름한 창고 보이지? 안쪽에 지하로 내려가는 계단이 있다.
See the shabby warehouse there? That's where the stairs leading down to the branch facility are.
계단부터는 여기 유리 씨가 맡을 거고
From there, Yuri will be your guide. Yeah.
여기 해결사 분들도 경력직이니 돌발 상황에는 잘 대처해 줄 거야.
These fixers have been around a bit. Count on them to handle complications.
이만하면 되었겠지. 내 동행은 여기까지다. 버스에서 너희들을 기다리고 있겠어.
That should be enough, yeah? Because as far as I can accompany you, I'll be waiting back at I feel like if you actually helped out, this would go a lot easier, Red Gaze.
No.
Just saying. Wait, what?
언제까지고 뒷바라지를 해주고 있을 거라 생각했다면 큰 오산입니다, 단테.
You're solely mistaken if you expect me to babysit you forever, Dante.
혼자서 발 뻗고 쉬고 있겠다는 건가?
So you'll take a backseat and I'll away all alone?
당초 내가 동행하면 너희들은 관광하러 내려가는 거나 다를 바가 없지 않겠나?
If I get myself involved, the expedition would be a little too free of challenge, wouldn't it? Turn more into a tour.
한마디로 실컷 쥐어 터지고 썰리고 오라는 거군.
In other words, you want us to come back red, black, and blue.
보통 저렇게 말하면 항상 다른 꿍꿍이가 있던데.
That's the kind of line people with ulterior motives say.
편한 대로 생각해.
Think whatever you want.
특별히 가이드 분까지 붙여줬으니 잘 해내고 오라고.
I've gotten you guides and everything, so do your best down there.
잘 해내고 오겠습니다, 붉은 시선님.
Yes, I certainly won't disappoint you, Mr. Red Gaze.
최선을 다해보긴 할게요.
I'll try my best, I think. Okay.
출진이다!
인단이 휘청거리는군. 거치적거리지만 마. 꽤 잘.
네, 죽을 것 같지?
소란이 죽었네요.
승리했어!
죽음으로 참여하라. 전투에 임하겠습니다.
생각도
네, 죽을 것 같지?
죽음으로 참여하라.
Okay, that did a fair decent amount of damage.
거치적거리지만 마.
승리했어!
소란이 줄었네요. 인간이 휘청거리는군. 죽음으로 참여하라.
Battles still are a bit on the easier side. I don't feel like I have to do much strategy here.
전류가 너무 강하게 방출되었어요.
Okay, we're level 4 now.
다행이에요.
Just before we enter the LC Cranch facility, Virgilia stopped me all of a sudden. Seems to have something more to say to me alone.
빨리 시작하시죠.
단테, 잠깐 나 좀 보시죠.
Dante, a moment with me, please. While the team was busy exchanging greetings, Virgilus guided me to a secluded place.
미리 말해두자면 저들은 8급 해결사입니다.
Let me tell you in advance, they're only grade 8 fixers, so they're pretty much garbage. I mean, they're not the worst of the worst, but grade 8 is...
서열이 낮은 심부름꾼이라는 뜻입니다.
It means they're low-ranked drudges, errands being their main tasks.
저들을 이용은 하되 의존하려 하지 말아야 할 겁니다.
Use them for your benefit, but don't rely on them. I can't count on them to deal with everything for us, in other words. I nodded to let him know that I understood his point.
어쩌면 그 버스 안에서 제대로 대화라는 걸 할 수 있는 건
He might be the only one on the bus I can actually converse with. Probably because we don't actually respond to him. He's just like, do as I say. Yes, I can converse with you perfectly.
뭐
Well, best of luck, Dante.
단테.
Virgil pat my shoulder with a bitter smile before slowly making his way back to the bus. Okay, so for this one,
전투에 임하겠습니다.
oh yeah, we took a bit of damage there. It looks like.
검을 덜 갈았었나?
He's actually close to being staggered, so we gotta be careful on that. Oh, he is staggered. Never mind. Yeah, that's not good.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 소란이 줄었네요.
Okay, so he's back.
정화! 헛! 소란이 줄었네요. 터졌군요. 죽음으로 참여하라. 검을 덜 갈았었나?
승리했어!
Okay, so this is the last wave.
그래, 내려가자.
달려라 루신한테! 정의는 승리한다!
I don't do a lot of damage with that.
당신이 몰라. 터졌군요. 헛! 끝이.
출진이다!
꽤 잘 갈렸고. 꽤 잘 갈렸고.
죽음으로 참여하라.
소란이 줄었네요. 당신이 몰라. 터졌군요.
승리했어!
전류가 너무 강하게 방출되었어요. 괴롭지만 다행이에요.
Okay. Difficulty 7, suppressed. Okay, we're actually fighting a boss now. But I don't have the resource. You don't have enough ecophalon models. Would you like to assemble some? Sure. How much ecophalon models do I need? One is going to cost me 20. Sure. During the final stretch of each chapter, we'll be exploring a dungeon, a branch facility of the former Corp. Designate the identities who will enter the dungeon with you. You can't adjust the team once inside, so choose wisely. Once you're fully prepared, hit the enter button. I mean, obviously, I think we kind of keep the team. Excuse me, why? Are we bringing everyone? But then why are these highlighted? Oh, they might not actually be highlighted. It could just be that's what a 3-star one looks like. Because this is the same color and it's 2-star. Okay, that might make sense. Let me see real quick. Yeah, okay. That's what that means. Alright, we're learning.
이단에게 철의 단죄를.
No idea how this is gonna go, but... We entered the derelict building of Lobotomy Corporation. As the light goes dim, the dreadful stench of an underground grows stronger.
냄새가 지독해요.
The smell, it's awful.
허파 속으로 쓰레기가 막 붙고 있어.
I can feel the waste collecting in my lungs.
느려 머리가 맑아지는 냄새요.
The odor is so intense, it winds back to refreshing.
다시 한번 말씀드리지만 이 안에서 죽으면 전투가 끝나도 되살아나지 못해요.
Let me warn you one last time. If you die here, Dante won't be able to resuscitate you even when the battle is finished. Resuscitate?
유행하는 개그인가 봐. 요샌 도시에 무슨 이야기가 떠도는지도 모를 정도가 되어버렸어.
Must be a popular joke or something. I can't even tell what kind of stories circulate the city these days. They seem to have misunderstood us, but seeing as Faust made no comment on it, I decided not to add my input. The source of this rancid smell was a more pressing concern. Looks like they probably died a while ago.
정확한 관측이십니다. 시체의 붕괴기에 다다른 것으로 보이는군요.
An astute observation, manager. The corpses have reached a stage of active decay.
벌레들이 한창 잔치라도 여는 모양이네.
It looks like the bugs are having a feast over there.
서두르자고.
Let's just hurry along.
에? 그래. 자기 혹시 벌레 무서워해?
Huh? Something up, Bregger babe? You scared of bugs?
이건 노파심인데 설마 벌레 시체를 얼굴에 들이대는 유치한 짓은.
No, I'm sure you're more mature than shoving dead bugs in someone's face. Boo!
하지 않을 거라비. 아이, 저리 치워. 뭐가 이렇게 웃긴 거야?
But just in case one of you... put it away. What's so funny about this?
웃기잖아. 벌레를 무서워하는 게 다른 사람도 아닌 자기일 줄은.
I mean, it's hilarious. Who would have thought of you of all people be scared of these little wigglers?
그래. 그렇게 싫었어?
Right, did you hate it that bad?
됐어.
Forget it.
거기 장난은 그만 쳐라. 관리자님이 신경 쓰셔야 할 거리를 만들지 말란 말이다.
You there. Stop with your mischief this instant. Do not cause additional concerns for our manager.
이 시체는 아직
Hold
온도가
on.
있군요.
This body is still warm,
공격받은 건 꽤 최근인 듯하구려.
such as a sign of a recent attack. The gloom that had been cast over Yuri's face cleared after observing the bodies for a minute.
아니 로보토미 코퍼레이션 직원들은 아니네요.
These aren't our... Lobotomy Corporation's employees.
여긴 이제 금광이나 다름없는 곳이 되어버려서 어중이 떠중이들도 모여든다더군요.
I heard these buried facilities are considered pure gold mines now, attracting all sorts of sorts looking for
몇몇
riches.
해결사나 조직들 사이에선 로보토미 드림이나 엔케팔린 러쉬란 말이 도는 정도니까요.
Phrases like lobotomy dream or the Cephalin rush are apparently starting to catch on among fixers and syndicates.
로드 앤 러쉬.
멋있는 줄임이군.
LD, E-rush, got a nice ring to it.
조용히 있다가 기껏 말한다는 게
That's what you have to say after keeping quiet for so long?
그러한 잉글리쉬는 본래의 뜻을 가물하게 만들지 않겠소.
It's such a frivolous use of English, not prone to blurring the original meaning.
제 말이 그 말이.
That's what I'm saying.
이성 씨, 뭔가 말수가 많아진 것 같은데요?
Huh? You seem to be talking a lot more than usual, Yi saying.
이상함?
Does that reflect strangely?
그이는 원래 말수가 적지 않은 사람이에요.
He was never really the quiet sort.
최근에 조금 바뀌었을 뿐.
He only had a shift recently.
관찰력이 높은 졸개가 많아지는 건 나쁘지 않은 일이지.
It's not a bad thing to have more lackeys with keen eyes.
계속 지금의 상태를 유지해줬으면 좋겠군. 가지.
I'd like to keep that up. Let us march.
마치 그대가 캡틴 같구려. 관리자께서 할 일이라고 보만.
You make yourself look like a captain here. I dare say that role belongs to the manager.
제가 주제가 넘었습니다, 관리자님.
Please forgive my insolence, manager. She is showing a lot of respect to us for some reason. I don't know what that's about. Finding as though she was caught off guard, Otis bows to me as she apologizes. No, it's nothing. Let's head down. Most of the body parts were morphed in bizarre ways. One had a pair of wings protruding their intestines. Another had horribly twisted antennae hanging down.
우리가 아까 마주쳤던 자들이랑 비슷해 보이지 않나요?
These look kind of similar to the thugs we ran just before, don't they?
그 벌레머리 하고 있던 사람들 말이죠.
You mean those bug-headed people?
조용. 전방에 거수자 포착.
Right, I'm seeing uniformed tangos ahead. As Otis noted, multiple figures could be seen down the corridor.
거수자?
Uniform? What's all that?
어동 수상자 적일지도 모른다고.
Unidentified targets, possibly hostile. I'm sure one idea across all our minds The enigmatic abnormalities that might be roaming this facility, as Faust mentioned. That might be what those shadowy figures are.
마주칠 수밖에 없겠군.
You have no choice but to face them.
어이, 거기 누구야?
Hey, who goes there? Instead, what we faced was people. It was too early to deem that as fortunate, though.
뭐야, 이 근방엔 우리들 뿐이라며.
Huh? I thought we were the only people around here.
입구 쪽에서 처리를 못한 건가? 그새 다른 쥐새끼들이 들어왔나 보군.
Did they slip past our team at the entrance? Those scavengers kept coming one after the other.
어이 벌레들. 아까 그 시체들은 너네 친구들이냐?
Oi, bug buggers. You friends with the bodies back there?
시체? 나이 새끼.
Bodies? You bastards didn't...
잠깐.
Wait.
어디서 온 찌꺼기들인진 모르겠지만 들어봐.
I don't know where your scum are from, but hear me out a sec.
어차피 너희도 엔케팔린을 챙기러 온 거지. 여기서 한층만 더 내려가면 손쉽게 엔케팔린을 얻을 수 있어.
You're here for the Ecophalon, right? Aren't you? If you go down one floor down, there's a treasure trove just waiting to be nabbed.
거기는 너희에게 양보할게. 서로 챙길 것만 챙기고 좋게 헤어지자.
Whatever's on that floor is yours. We'll just take what we can here and be on our... Oh, wait.
알아본 것 같네.
So you recognize me, huh? The moment the soldier's eyes landed on Gregor's face, their thin veil of kindness was torn down.
이 배신자 녀석.
Treacherous pissant.
아, 너는 전방에 소속돼 있었나 보네. 어때? 그래도 포스터보다는 실물이 낫지?
You must have been dispatched to the front lines too. Like better in real life than on those flyers, right?
헛소리 집어쳐. 내가 너 따위에게 격려를 했었다는 게 역겨우니까.
Cut the cheeky crap. Disgusted that I once saluted to your face.
이런 실물이 되고 한 것도 아닌데.
Oh, easy there.
그래.
It's not like you had to salute me in person.
너는 그 가짜는 특혜로 시술 부작용 없이 평범한 사람 행세하며 살아갔겠지만
While you posed as a normal member of society thanks to your dumbass privilege freeing you from the side effects.
아니었어. 이 기만자 새끼야. 우리 전쟁에서 패배하자마자 버려졌다고.
You never even got a chance, you fraternizer. We were thrown right away after the war was lost.
버려준 건 나도 마찬가지였어. 모든 군인들이 똑같지 않나?
I was tossed out all the same, you know. Isn't that how it is for all the soldiers?
그 중에서도 너희들은 버려진 벌레처럼 살아가길 선택했나 보지?
So this is the lifestyle you chose. Rifling through the trash like actual bugs.
적을 도발해서 좋을 건 없지 않은가?
Halt. No good can come out of taunting our foes.
당신도 군 출신이라면 알잖아.
You served the military too. You know where this is going.
앞에 서 있는 것들과 싸우게 될지 아닐지 정도는.
We're not getting out of this without a fight.
순순히 보내줄 생각이었는데.
We were planning on letting you through. We really were.
저 배신자 새끼 째로 잘라 죽여주지.
But now, I'll mince you and your traitor friend into mutt meat.
어이없는 새끼들이네. 우리가 엔케팔린을 가져오면 그대로 뒤통수 갈겼을 것들이.
Like hell you were. You were gonna wait for us to climb back up the Ecophalon and so you could backstab us and swipe it.
그랬던 거였어요?
Wait, were they?
밑바닥에 떨어질 대로 떨어진 놈들한테 의리란 게 남아있을 것 같냐?
They've fallen to rock bottom and below, and I swear down they don't care a whit for honor, eh?
가진 놈들도 뒤통수를 쳐 때리는 판인데 그럼 말랑한 걸 기대하냐 넌?
Well off or broke, people turn on each other as long as there's something. You're way too naive to think otherwise. Okay, be interested in seeing where this goes. Your goal is to reach the last section of the bottom floor and retrieve the golden bow. The dungeon consists of multiple floors, each rife with events and encounters. Clear the section at the end of the floor to proceed. Each section is connected to one or more other paths. You can travel to adjust sections by selecting them. It's possible to retrace your steps, but feel free to explore where you want. Sinners don't heal after battle while in dungeons. Sinners with 0 HP are unable to participate, so keep track of their status. Reaching a checkpoint will allow you to restore your sinners. After losing a battle, you can reattempt from the start with whatever living sinners remain on full team. Okay. Interesting. So I probably want to do all the things, right? Because more fights equals more experience. First impression of lobotomy facility was downright gruesome, rather speechless. We stared at the corpses of people with insectile features. Okay, so hear me out. Normally I'd bring all of our best units, but I might want to space them out a little bit since... we probably need a good... So there's, what, 1, 2, 3... something like that?
이게 최선이겠죠? 해보겠습니다. 제가 해낸 건 맞죠? 해보겠습니다. 해냈어요. 해냈어요.
Breaker lights a cigarette and takes a drag, followed by smoke steaming out from his mouth.
다른 보안업체에 취직을 해도 이것보다는 나았을 텐데요.
They'd have fared better than this if they got a job at a security company or something.
평생을 군인으로 살았던 자들이다. 다른 직업으로 새 출발하기엔 적응하고 바뀌어야 할 것들이 너무 많았겠지.
They spent their entire lives as soldiers. The changes required for them to start a new life must have been overwhelming.
그리고 몰락한 날개 출신이라는 건 엄청난 꼬리표야. 누가 받아주면 구두발이라도 핥아줘야 할 정도로.
You have no idea how stubbornly the stigma of a fallen wing's remnants will haunt you. If anyone's generous enough to take you in, licking their boots is the least you can do.
미안하다. 내가 생각이 짧았네.
Sorry about that. Should have chosen my words carefully.
아니에요. G사나 L사나 상황은 비슷했겠죠.
No, it's fine. I'm sure things were rough with G-Corp's fall too.
날개가 부러진다는 건 그만큼 혼란스러운 사건이니까요.
The breaking of a wing is a turbulent affair for many people. Can I go over here? Person, okay, no, that's fine. Go back. I think we can use the same team.
흥미로운 일이 벌어지면 좋겠어요. 적들을 제거하겠소. 저층 낙엽하오. 적들을 제거하겠소.
믿음의 기회입니다.
해보겠습니다.
고개 거울은 깨졌어.
Yeah, I think we're still doing fine, so we're gonna use the same party members.
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
검을 덜 갈았었나?
좋아, 간다.
고개 거울은 깨졌어.
예스럽다니까.
규정대로
Okay, so now we're going into this one. You're perplexed by your encounter with a creature that at first glance resembled abnormalities Yuri seems to have confused as the rest of us. Okay, so we now actually have an abnormality. Maybe we start taking a little bit of our tougher guys?
하라고? 나? 뭐 최선은 다해보겠다만.
Okay, in dungeons, creatures called abnormalities exist. Encounter them will be unavoidable. Abnormalities consist of at least one body part. Each part has its own slots as well as individual skills. Choose one of the abnormalities, one of your sinner's skills to drag it into an abnormality skill slot. Abnormality skills also have their speed values alongside determining the order of actions, and abnormality speeds are something to pay attention to when wishing to redirect its attacks. Whenever you order a sinner with a higher speed to target one of the abnormality skill slots, it will be forced to engage in a clash with its new target. Drag a skill belonging to a character with a higher speed to change the abnormality's target. By using speed this way, you can freely manipulate who the abnormality attacks. When confronting abnormalities, it is vital to switch targets so they are forced clashes that will play out in your favor. Okay. Now give orders to the rest of the sinners. After you planned out your sinner's moves, press to begin combat. Got it. When HP of a body part reduces 0, it is broken. A broken part becomes vulnerable to physical types. Some parts may lose off certain skills or passes after breaking. Do note that some abnormalities have regenerative parts, as well as breaking certain ones may instead enrage the abnormality. Okay, so these are all Zane class anyway. Okay. I guess we'll try that out. They should all be clashing now, right?
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
지금이 기회입니다.
Okay, so we took 2 of them down with that. Gotta be dominating. Gotta be dominating.
좋아, 간다.
당연한 결과죠.
Breaking parts. When the HP of a body part is reduced to 0, it is broken. I broke it. Didn't we read this? Yeah, no, we read that already.
소란이 줄었네요.
Okay, that's kind of interesting. It's different than how we've been playing so far.
전 처음 봐요.
I've never seen those before.
모른다고?
You don't know? Hawkins' face quickly turned into a cold frown. It was such a stark contrast to the face he showed before Virgilius shuddered in fright.
아니, 그게
No, well,
우리가 굳이 추락한 날개에 깃털을 준 이유가 뭔지 알지 않나?
don't you know why we bothered to let a fallen wing's feather into our office?
엘사의 지부의 의뢰를 조금이나마 안전하게 해결하려고.
To deal with requests taking place in L Corp branches more safely.
잘하네. 하급 관리직 출신에게 별로 바라는 것도 없었어.
Exactly. I didn't even expect much from a low-rank agent.
길었네. 그리고 저 환상체인지 환장체인지 하는 걸 어떻게 조져야 할지 알려주는 거.
Just 2 simple jobs. Lead the way and tell us how to deal with those abnormalities or whatever. Oh, you're talking shit to someone who's the same grade as you know.
근데 처음 본다는 말이나 하면 우린 어떻게 해야 되는 거냐? 어?
Now look, what do you expect us to do with the oh no, I've never seen those before, huh?
호핀스, 배고파졌어?
Gosh, Hopkins.
좀 해.
Feeling hangry? Take it easy.
유리 씨가 처음 본 게 확실하다면 이 개체는 환상체에서부터 비롯된 또 무언가
If they are in fact new to Miss Yuri,
또 다른 종일 수도 있겠죠.
then these might be another type of entity derived from abnormalities, perhaps a new species.
코퍼레이션이 모든 환상체를 관리하고 있지는 않았을 수도 있어.
That corporation might not have had every specimen in their confines either.
유리안이 공부를 소홀히 하지 않았다면 스스로를 탓할 필요도 없을 것이오.
Yuri, there is no reason to lambaste yourself for neglecting to remember what you were never taught.
감사합니다.
Thank you, sir.
뭘 간질거리게 입씨름을 하고 있어. 가서 두들겨 패면 되잖아.
What's there to argue about? All that matters is to beat him to death, right?
시킨다면 할 뿐이다.
Give the word and we'll do it. Okay. In dungeons you can heal up and save at checkpoints, but we haven't seen a checkpoint yet, so we do have to play it a little safe. How long is this? Okay. Continue battles with the wounded and fatigued the sinners. It's about time I wind my clock. Faust looking around for a right spot to do my thing. I mean, we're still doing pretty solid, so I don't think we need to do that yet. I don't think we took that much damage.
규정이라면 따르겠습니다.
Okay, so let's see here. You're coming at me with, yeah, we obviously take that. Obviously take that. Who's the bigger threat right now?
행동을 개시합니다.
You got some cool designs. I do like them.
터졌군요.
Oh, we actually lost that? Ugh. Can you not?
재밌는 순간이에요.
행동을 개시합니다.
소란이 줄었네요.
늘 새롭다니까요.
당연한 결과죠.
규정대로 역시 붉은 시선님의 수하들답게 능력도 만만치가 않군요.
Impressive. I expected no less of the Resgae's minions.
뭐라고?
What'd you say?
아이고, 우리 호킨스가 말실수를 해서 제가 대신 사과할게요.
Oh boy, there goes Hopkins again, being clumsy with his tongue. I apologize in his stead.
그런데 왜 이렇게 꾸물럭대는 거야, 호킨스? 치질 다시 도졌어?
What's taking you so long though, Hopkins? Hemorrhoids acting up again?
무슨 말을 하는 거야? 내가 언제?
What? No, I'm not. Don't know what you mean. Hopkins got up after a bit of dawdling. His pockets were laden with something, but I decided not to bother pointing it out. Okay. Interesting. Let's go back here for a minute.
따라갈 준비는 끝났습니다.
Okay, I think the green spot's probably a recovery zone, so... Okay, we're all clashing with something. Unopposed, unopposed, unopposed. Okay, we're gonna actually take this one.
규정에 따라 실행합니다.
당신의 물 터졌군요.
오, 생각보다 잘 들어갔네.
다음 판단을 부탁합니다.
Okay, so we got 3 stagger right now, so the only one we gotta worry about is this guy. We're forward there. Dominating there. Okay, I'm gonna do that.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 해냈어요.
당연한 결과죠.
규정대로
Alright. Continue battles with the wounded fatigue. It's about time I wind my clock. Faust was looking around for the spark spot to do my thing. Okay. I think this could be a trap. I don't know, but this might be a recovery spot.
뭐 이쯤이면 적당하겠네요.
Suppose this is as good place as any. As I opened the door, Faust finally suddenly stood before me.
네. 눈을 감고 어둠 속에 숨어 있는 별을 찾아보세요.
Dante, close your eyes and look for the gleaming hiding in the dark.
너무
Glimmer.
찬란하지도 않고 은은하게 드러나고 있는
Find the faint star of truth,
말이에요.
twinkling gently. A star. This one won't hurt, right?
별을 찾는 것만이라면 아프지는 않죠.
It shouldn't cause you any pain since you're simply locating it. Something about the way Faust put that bothered me, but I decided to trust her and block my sight.
다시 눈을 뜨면 까마득했던 별은
When you open your eyes, what seems so far away
당신과 눈을 맞추고 있을 거예요.
will shine right in your vision. That's beautiful. That light, is it only visible to me?
아니요. 당신을 통해서 이젠 모두가
Not quite. Through you, now all of us can see it.
전전에 아니지만 모두가 별을 통해 당신을 통한 혜택을 받을 수 있게 되었죠.
Even though we're inside a dungeon, we can now reap the benefits of your ability through the star.
얼른 시계 돌려주세요. 어깨뼈 쪽이 아까부터 탈구된 것 같거든요.
Can you please hurry up with the clock then? I think I dislocated my shoulder.
돌린다고요? 그 시계 정말 돌릴 수 있는 거였어요?
The clock? It wasn't just for show?
돌아가기만 하겠어? 엄청 신기한 능력을 가지고 있다고. 유리 씨도 한번 구경해봐.
That's not all it does. They have a really neat power. You should come and take a look, Yuri. Will no one recognize the pain I endure? You can find checkpoints as you explore the dungeon. Your centers will fully heal their HP and rest their SP upon reaching one. When all the centers die, you'll be brought back to the last checkpoint. Do note that progress made beyond said checkpoint will be reset as well. Okay. So here's the thing. The clock restored every center to health, but the facility continues to grow more foreboding. Hoping I was only imagining that the spiky things along the aisles bristling up, we proceed further. Okay. It's the question. If this is a boss fight, do I want to bring my best units?
이게 최선이겠죠?
If I bring all my best units and then exhaust myself too quickly, then do I have anyone, like, if this continues on, I might be hurting myself, so...
상쾌한 기분.
That felt good. I'm dying here.
그 시계 진짜 신기하네요. 정말 듣도 보도 못한 기술이에요.
What an amazing clock you got. Not seen that technology anywhere.
이 정도면 특이점 수준인데 대체 어떤 날개가 뒤에?
This has to be on the same level of the singularity. What wing could be responsible? Hopkins greedily stared at my head. I really tried to ignore it, but looking at his stuffed pockets again.
단테, 왜 네 머리를 붙잡고 있는 거야?
Dante, why are you clutching your head like that? It's nothing.
파우스티안. 관리자께서 가진 시계는 저들의 목숨을 돌려줄 수는 없소?
Miss Faust, can our manager not restore the lives of our guides using the clock's power?
시계는 수감자들에게만 동작해요.
The clock will only work for us sinners.
차라리 그게 낫네.
I suppose that is for the better.
배에 구멍이 쑥 났는데 못 죽고 되살아나지면 그게 더 끔찍하잖아?
Imagine you're dragged right back to life with a gaping hole in your stomach. Wouldn't that suck?
아니다. 배가 뚫린 거면 운이 좋은 거지. 몇 초 안에 죽으니까.
Now, you know what? You'd be lucky if a hole is punched in your gut. You'd be goner in seconds. Huh? Wait. A hard tentacle erupts from the wall and penetrates Aya's abdomen in an instant.
전투 준비.
All units, prepare for battle.
내가 말했지.
What did I tell you?
난 항상 운이 좋았다니까.
No. I've always been a lucky girl. Aya!
이미 절명했소.
Her life has departed.
자,
Just shake her a little bit.
이럴 때일수록 정신을 똑바로 차려야 하지 않겠어?
Come now, we have to keep it together, especially in times like these, yeah? But
일반적인 공격의 형태를 취하고 있지 않네요.
Jesus Christ.
환상체의
Can you not?
가능성이 있습니다.
The attack has entered an unusual form. It's likely we're facing an abnormality.
관리자님, 명령을 부탁드립니다.
Manager, your command, please. Felt pity for Yuri. She looked at Aya's corpse and then back to us with tears. Nevertheless, Yuri, Hopkins, and Aya. Those three I can't revive. We have to fight now if we don't want any more casualties.
현명한 판단이십니다.
Wise decision, Manager.
저 째까기는 소리가
You can make sense of that ticking? Otis gave Hopkins a fiery glare, but soon reminded herself of her priorities and breathed in a shout.
관리자님의 명령이다.
The manager's orders, lackeys.
호위 진영을 구축한다. 목표는 전방의 거수자.
You will surround the enemy in formation. The target is the uniform ahead.
네.
Okay.
그런데 저걸 자라고 칭할 수 있는지가 의문이구만.
To be honest, I'm not sure we could see that thing as a form. Slowly encroaching vines, followed by a shadow of a figure that looks to be several times taller than a human. It was approaching, begetting fright unlike any foe we faced up until now. Alright, so let's see what this is. Kinda looks like Snow White's thing, doesn't it? Ebony's Queen's Apple. You may find abnormalities with multiple parts in the dungeon you explore. In such case, each part will have different resistances and passives and different skills. Okay, so what do we got? The encyclopedia records information on abnormalities in their parts. By nature, the encyclopedia starts out incomplete. The more you find an abnormality, the more its entities will be penned. If enough encounters, its observation level will go up. Higher observation levels can increase the damage you deal. Okay. So she's coming at me with 4 plus 5, 17 damage. Losing attack coin, take fixed damage by effect's potency, then reduce the count by 1. Oh no, that's what bleed is. She's gonna defend once. Hail stem. That's a really big hit. We might want to defend if we can't block that. Might want to defend with Sinclair here.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Yeah, he's already staggered, which is great. Okay, you're coming at me with oh my goodness.
그래, 데려가자.
While fighting abnormalities, you can occasionally be tasked to make a key decisions. These require you to choose a sinner or action based on your current situation. Abnormality may respond, may vastly differ from the choices you make, so choose wisely. Checks presented by the abnormalities require a sin affinity and the threshold to pass. Choose a sinner with the right affinity with a higher likelihood of success. The abnormality will react differently depending on your choice and its result. Passing the check usually gives you benefits, and failing it burdens you with disadvantages. A heart torn into thousands of pieces must be kept from all eyes, thus it burrowed into the ground and tangled itself. Yet someone has to pull up these thorny roots, as there is no wound that can remain unearthed. The sinners each gave each other looks. Being coiled into piercing, sharp pain was something to avoid even in one's dreams. The dry earth must be unturned, which sinner is up to the task. Sinclair walked up with shaky steps, his bare hands. They dug up the roots. In their hands were the doubts of others, the sinner realized. That while the injury may heal, distrust may take deep root in their heart. The effect of entangling roots expired.
다행이에요. 성공해서.
Okay, so she's going for my character again. We're going to be at a disadvantage here. God damn, we do not have a good advantage here at all. So we're going to defend against that, because that is...
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Ugh. Okay, we've got one stagger at the moment. We can... Before we do that, where's your aiming? You're aiming for us again. Okay, so the favorite is not really...
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Now we're staggered. If we're gonna take one, we're gonna probably do... Probably gonna do that.
해보겠습니다.
Oh my goodness. All right. Are you coming at me with that? You're gonna hit my stagger guy. That's not good. Could probably stop that though.
거치적거리지만 마.
Okay, the fruit is broken.
무불아위.
Okay, we'll take that.
전투에 임하겠습니다. 그 자식은 아직 살아 있을 거야.
Ah, he's dead.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
네, 죽을 것 같지?
Oh my god, they're dead. This is not gonna be fun. I mean, I could jump in front of it.
그래, 들어가자.
The sinners peered at his face to gaze down the holes left by pests. The apple did not accumulate when it ripened its glossy red. When the red browns, cracks, shivels, and attracts other creatures, that's when it meets its golden bliss. The sinners know now is the time to bring the apple to the earth. Apple is open for attack. Who's the sinner to bring it down? Roshi brought the apple to the ground. The ball left a dull thud. Fruit was emptied of its lifeblood long ago. Only futility remained. This attack allowed the sinners a brief moment of respite. Fruit part broken. The Ebony Queen's apple got staggered. Okay, so we need to destroy some of these parts. Like, now. Okay, that destroyed the left stem. actually, I need to use a defend. Okay, you're coming from me, Don Quixote, so we can evade that. Oof. Thoughts on Enmity Queen? Rough. Really rough.
덜 갈았었나?
이 안에 담아주지.
I'm honestly not sure I pulled that out because I have no idea what I'm doing. But that was a cool fight. But it definitely showed that you gotta play defensively on some of this.
뭐야? 끝이야?
So what? That was it?
환상체는 함부로 제압하기 힘들 정도로 강력하다고 들었는데요.
I think I kind of went in there with a real bad setup because all of my attacks were on the were easily they had the advantage most of the time. So I don't think my team was correct. But again, how would you know what you were fighting? So I heard Admirals were supposed to be powerful even when suppressing them is a dangerous task.
클리포트 억제력 때문이에요.
It's a quail have to turn to action.
뭐? 커피 포트?
Huh? Coffee pots?
환상체들을 약화시키는 힘이에요. 격리실에서 보다 안전하게 환상체를 관리하기 위해
Yeah, no, it wasn't too hard. A force that contains abnormalities, its original purpose is to safely supervise them in containment.
황금가지를 회수할수록 그 억제력도 점점 약해져 가겠죠.
No, I liked it. It was a cool fight.
지금은 이 정도로.
I was wondering when we were going to get to some rough parts. As we continued our assignment in collecting more golden bows, the deterrence will weaken as well. Although this was a simple battle.
나중엔 100번을 죽었다 깨어나도 힘들 수 있다는 말이네요.
Later on, one of them might take our lives more than 100 full to handle it. It's a terrifying thought. Where'd the corpse go anyway? I'm pretty sure that attack did it in.
분명 숨통은 끊어졌습니다. 관리자님의 탁월한 지휘 덕택이죠.
It was felled without a doubt, all thanks to your exceptional command manager. It couldn't have disappeared into the sky.
역시 관리자님입니다. 그럴 가능성도 배제할 순 없죠.
Okay, she's just being a brown nose now. Brilliant insight as always, manager. Such possibilities cannot be ruled out.
너희 눈엔 이 단단해 보이는 지하천장이 안 보이냐?
Is the tough-looking ceiling above us not a thing to you two?
이쪽을 보세요.
Over there. Listless, Yuri pointed at something. The shock of losing Anya must have shaken her badly, but seeing her hold on to her own and keep her head up, I felt I should let her be and follow along with her for a while. On the Battle Pass level 4, you get Otis's ego at level 4. That his free ego is Ebony Stem. Nice. Is that an egg?
환상체의 핵이군요. 적절하게 제압했을 경우 이러한 아래 모양으로 환원되죠.
It's a core of the abnormality. When suppressed via appropriate measures, it will be reduced to its condensed ovate form. Ovate form?
그리고 부화할 거예요. 이 공간에서 일정 시간이 지난다면요.
And it'll hatch once enough time has passed here.
그런 개 같은 일이.
Hatch? You gotta be joking.
이것들이 죽지 않는다는 소리인가요?
You mean those things won't die?
환상체는 죽지 않아요. 그래서 엘사의 생산 에너지량이 어마어마했던 거기도 하고요.
Sadly, it's stupid expensive, requires 3 green, 2 orange, 4 dark blue, and a light blue. Abnormalities simply cannot die. It's one of the factors that contribute to L-Corp's massive energy production.
이 상태의 핵을 격리실에 가져다 놓는 게 제가 하는 일이었는데.
As an employee, my job was to
네요.
put the corpse back into its containment unit. Now things have changed.
알이 다시 깨어나기 전까지 저희가 해야 할 일은 뭐죠?
What can we do before this egg hatches?
림버스 컴퍼니에는 이런 환상체들을 담당하는 부서가 별도로 있어요. 그들이 회수해 갈 겁니다.
The Limbus company has a department dedicated to dealing with abnormalities like this. They'll retrieve them for us.
그 애프터 팀이요? 안내받을 때 들었던 기억이 나네요.
Right, it was the after team. I remember hearing about them during orientation.
그럼 시간 끌지 말고 빨리 부르지 그래.
What's stopping you from calling them now?
연락은 메피스토 팰리스에서 가능합니다.
The transmission device is on Mephistopheles.
그건 그렇겠지.
Figures.
너무 걱정할 필요는 없습니다. 황금까지만 찾는다면 실어도 돌아갈 테니까요.
No need to worry. Once we have the golden bow, we'll return whether we like it or not. We went down a floor.
이곳을 다시 오게 될 줄 몰랐어요.
I didn't think I'd come back here.
대체적으로 로보토미 지부들은 여러 개의 층으로 구성이 되어 있어요.
Most of the Lobotomy Corporation's facilities consist of multiple
그리고
floors.
각자 층마다 주인이 되는 환상체들이 존재할 거예요.
And each floor is expected to be occupied by an abnormality marking its dominion.
아까 그런 게 또 나온다고?
Seriously? There's more of them?
그런 전투 정보? 아니 그걸 대체 어떻게 알고 있는 거야?
So where'd you figure all this info about what stuff we'll face and stuff?
호스트는 모든 걸 알고 있어요.
House knows it all.
안내에서는 비포팀이 사전 정찰을 한다고 하더라고요.
A guide set up before team does reconnaissance in advance.
그냥 네가 관계자라서 하는 것뿐이잖아.
So you only know that because you have ties to the staff.
틀린 말을 하진 않았잖아요.
I never claimed otherwise.
어쨌든 주요 적군이 매 층에 하나씩은 존재한다는 거군.
Anyway, that means you should expect a great threat on every floor.
층 뒤에 적을 두고서 전진하는 멍청한 일은 할 수 없으니 결국 그 층의 환상체를 정리해야만 하겠군.
One second, I gotta check one thing. Okay. It'd be idiotic to advance into the unknown without making sure we're clear of danger at least in one direction, leaving us no choice but to take them down as we go.
호스트가 할 말을 앗아가 버렸네요.
You took the words right out of Faust's mouth.
말하지 않더라도 의도를 전달할 수 있다면 그보다 이상적인 것은 없지 않겠소.
Is it not a splendid thing to be able to convey your intentions before they've been verbalized?
네, 별을 볼 때예요.
Dante, it's time to see the star. I'm your manager, not a scapegoat, you know. Okay, so I am a curiosity. How long is this? Because this is going on. I thought that was going to be the end. For the first 3 battles of a turn, inflict 2 bind on enemies. We get the ebony brooch. Okay, so everyone should be back, right? Not that I don't mind playing this, but I've already been going for almost 2 hours, and I did want to go get some dinner. Critical abnormality block. Okay, so go over here.
하라고? 나? 뭐 최선은 다해보겠다만.
Another veteran appeared in the dark, carrying a depressed aura. His sparkling old badge seemed to signify a high rank once held.
그레고르 과장?
Manager Gregor?
당신 얼굴은 알 것도 같아.
I think I remember that face of yours, but why?
자네 부장이었다.
I was the head manager of your team.
혼자 도망친 것도 모자라. 이젠 옛 전우이자 내 부하 녀석들까지 죽였군.
Not only did you desert us, you now have the audacity to take the lives of your old comrades, my subordinates.
이봐, 전쟁은 10년 전에 끝났어. 아직도 병정놀이에서 벗어나지 못했나?
Look, the war ended a decade ago, but I guess some folks still haven't let go of their obsolete ranks, huh?
끝나? 아무것도 안 끝났다.
Ended? Nothing has ended.
아무것도 끝나지 않았다고.
Nothing has ended, damn it.
G사에서 도망치면서 네 전쟁은 끝났을지도 모르겠지만
The war may have been over for you when you deserted G-Corp,
우리는 아직도 전쟁의 한복판에 계속 서 있다.
but we're fighting for our lives on the battlefield to this day.
아, 이런 동질감 갖고 싶진 않았지만
As much as I didn't want to relate to you this way,
나라고 크게 다르지도 않아.
not really that different here.
그렇다면 이해해야지, 과장.
Then you ought to understand, Gregor.
전쟁터에서 배신자에게 내려지는 결론은 항상 똑같다고.
There's only one verdict that awaits deserters.
그럴듯하게 말하지만 복수를 위한 즉결처형은 사칙 위반이야. 부장 양반.
You say it like it means something, but it's against company policy to carry out summary executions for personal revenge, my head manager. Okay. Ooh, that's just gonna be a bad time all around.
낙엽하오.
좋아, 간다.
약해 빠졌으면
내일 새롭다니까요. 해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요. 재밌는 순간이에요.
규정대로. 규정대로.
Okay, so far so good. We're getting through it. Perhaps the time this ex-soldier spent off the battlefield was long enough to rust his prowess. The head manager, who must have defeated countless enemies in his glory days, was now nearing his own end.
한때는 널 존경하는 자들도 있었지. 그레고르.
You were once well respected, Gregor.
존경해달라고 부탁한 적은 없었어.
Never really asked for respect.
더 이상은 전진하지 마라. 그곳은 지옥이야.
Don't proceed any further. Only hell awaits you.
미안하지만 그러기는 힘들 것 같아. 성실하게 일하지 않으면 잘리거든.
Sorry, I don't think I could follow your advice. I ought to be a go-getter if I didn't want to be fired.
돈에 명예까지 팔아버린 거냐?
You abandoned your honor for some pittance?
배저녁에 훈장이랑 같이 팔았지. 집주인이 월세를 독촉해서 말이야.
I sold that away long ago, right with my metal. Landlord couldn't wait for rent any longer. A bitter smile appeared on the head manager's face.
너도 우리와 다를 것 없군.
You were no different from us.
결국 우리는
In the end, we're
역겨운 벌레 새끼들일 뿐.
nothing but disgusting pests. He took a few more shallow breaths and ceased to move.
어이.
Hey, mind if I borrow a cig?
이번만이다.
Just this once. Gregor put the borrowed cigarette next to the one he already held in his mouth. then lit it and tossed it on the chest of the deceased commander.
미안. 저거한테 내 담배를 나눠서 물려주기는 싫었거든.
Sorry, didn't want to share mine with that thing. Roshu gave a snort. The smoke from Gregor's cigarette lingered with the prevailing silence in the air for a short while. Now, can I go back and heal, or no? That's one-time use only, right? Okay, so that's done. Come over here. Yeah, we need to avoid using her at the moment.
이 오티스 참전합니다.
Okay, I think at the next rest point that I get to, I'm gonna call it there, because I need to get started on dinner.
흔적조차 보이지 않네요.
And then if I do come back later tonight, we're gonna be doing some Library of Runa, but we're making some progress. There appears to be no more signs of the ex-soldiers from this point
더
onward.
이상 전진은 하지 말라고도 경고하던데.
The commander did warn us not to go further. As we proceeded, we discovered bodies that seemed to have been there for quite some time.
이건 우리 아니 엘사 직원들의 시체예요.
These are our L Corp's employees.
기로 맞은 흔적이요. 전원이 그러하구려.
I see traces of blunt instruments. All the bodies share them, in fact.
관리 기록서. 이건 환상체 관리법을 적어두는 문서예요.
A management report. This document contains instructions for keeping abnormalities in check.
보통 관리 업무를 지정받으면 지겨울 정도로 암기 일레스 들어가니까 이런 건 필요 없는데.
Normally, employees tasked with catering to abnormalities memorize the instructions to the point of reciting them flawlessly. They don't usually carry notes like these.
추측컨대 환상체가 탈출했고 아무도 관리법을 알지 못했던 게 아닐까 하오만.
I dare suspect that there are no remaining employees who had the necessary information when the abnormalities breached.
아직 격리실로 운반하지 않은 날들이었다면 그럴 수도 있겠네요.
If the eggs weren't moved in containment yet, that could be the case. There are way too many corpses here.
대체 어떤 환상체길래 이렇게 많은 수의 직원들이?
What kind of abnormality could have massacred all these employees?
잠깐, 이게 무슨 냄새죠?
Wait, what's this smell?
사무실에서 비싼 장비를 하나 장만했죠.
You see, our office purchased an expensive device the other day.
또 뭐라는 거냐?
What are you on about?
특정 층부터는 독성 검출이 높아진다고 그런 소문을 들은 적이 있었거든요.
Sources suggested the toxin levels started to rise at their certain floor.
아까부터 귀에서 피가 흐르는데 이거 괜찮은 거야?
I've been bleeding from my ears a bit. Is this okay?
혹시 어찌 전투를?
지속 노출되면 신체에서 지속적으로 출혈을 일으킨다더군요.
I was told that continued exposure to it may cause bleeding like that.
정작 그렇게 말하는 본인은 너무 멀쩡한데?
How are you so fine, though?
이거 예전에 보급되었던 환상체 제압용 독성 가스탄이에요.
It is the anti-abnormality gas grenade supplied to employees.
시체들 사이에서 폭발이라도 했나봐요.
One must have gone off somewhere between the bodies here.
이 부근부터는 도끼가 꽤 진해지는군요.
True, the toxicity levels do appear to be intense around this area. Hopkins had put on a gas mask before we noticed.
뭐야? 우린 저런 거 없어?
Hey now, what about us?
제공되는 보급품은 따로 없었습니다.
We weren't granted any additional supplies.
넌 일찌감치 알고 있었냐? 버러지 같은 자식.
You slippery rat. You knew all this time. You're not getting away with... Nicholas stopped mid-sentence and fell to one knee.
흥분하면 혈류가 더 빨라집니다. 독이 금방 퍼진다는 거죠.
Your blood flow will quicken if you're agitated. In other words, the toxin will spread faster.
자리에서 되도록 날뛰지 말고 최대한 천천히 호흡하세요.
Try to remain calm, minimize movement, and breathe at regular intervals.
호킨스 씨, 왜 미리 말을 해주시지 않으셨어요?
Hopkins, why didn't you tell me about this?
나야말로 물어보자, 유리.
Oh, I've got a question for you too, Yuri.
별 기대도 안 하고 들여놓은 짐짝 같은 사람한테 가뜩이나 비싼 물건을 축낼 만한 사실을 왜 알려야 하지?
Why would I make our office waste precious funds on expensive gadgets for dead weight like you to use?
냉정하게 말하면 우리 사무실에 네가 발을 들인 것도 놀라운 거야.
If we're being real, it's a miracle you managed to join us in the first place.
아야는 널 귀엽게 봐서 챙겨주려고 했을지는 몰라도 지금은 죽었는데.
Maybe Aya took pity and gave you special treatment, but she's gone now, so who cares?
비겁한 새끼. 그러고 살고 싶냐?
Sneaky blighter. Is this how you want to live?
필요성에게 비겁이라니. 되도 없는 말을 하냐.
Don't be silly. Everything's fair game for a fixer.
붉은 시선님이 데리고 다니는 이들이길래 누군지나 보려고 했더니.
Hearing that the red gaze had company tickled my curiosity, but as it turned out,
제대로 된 도구나 정보도 없이 여길 기어들어오는 미친놈들이었을 줄이야.
you were just a bunch of ragtag lunatics who thought it'd be a good idea to walk straight in these facilities with zero prep.
어떤 새끼를 그냥 두고만 봐야 한다니.
What a sick joke. Can't do anything but watch. Feeling the ire towards him, Hopkins backed away and scurried to the exit.
그래도 덕분에 엔케팔리는 쏠쏠하게 얻어갈 수 있었어.
Well, at least I managed to grab an armful of ecophalin thanks to you.
창피할 테니까 질식사 말고 행방불명이라고 보고해줄게.
I'll write in my report you all went missing, because suffocated to death is just too embarrassing. Ta-ta. Yuri slumped to the floor, watching blood pour from her nose to her hands. And she was not the only one. Rhoda, Heathcliff, and other sinners are suffering from the blood loss too. Gregor?
유품이나 챙겨주려고 들고 왔던 건데.
I took this with me so we could have something to remember her by. He was holding the same type of gas mask as the one Hopkins wore. But why?
아야씨가 넌 챙겨주려고 했었다면서. 그럼 네 거지.
Heard Aya gave you special treatment, didn't she? It's as good as yours then.
보고도 없이 기어들어온 미친 놈들은 다 살아남을 구멍이 있으니까 걱정 말고.
As for our unprepared band of lunatics, we do have a way out. Don't worry about us. Coughing up blood, Yuri put on the mask.
알고 있어요.
I know he's right.
밤낮 없이 굳은 일을 도맡아봤자 아무 연고도 없이 사무실에 인정받는 게 쉬운 일이 아니란 거죠.
I know earning recognition from an office of strangers is a hard thing to do, even if I take all kinds of errands day and night.
지부가 폐쇄될 때까지 남은 시간은 고작 3분이었고.
There was only 3 minutes left until the branch was locked down. Initiating site burial.
앞에서 문이 닫혀가고 있었어요.
The doors were about to close on me.
유리, 날 두고 가지 마. 유리!
Yuri, don't leave me behind. Yuri!
그럼 난 도대체 어쩌라는 거예요?
What else was I supposed to do?
살아남은 게 죄인가요?
Is it wrong that I survived?
동료들이랑 같이 파묻히기라도 했어야 해요?
Should I have been buried alive alongside my coworkers?
환생체들이 도시로 빠져나오면 안 된다는 이유로 회사가 통째로 폐쇄되고 있는데.
And the whole building was going under, so all the also the abnormalities won't escape?
죄지. 이곳에선.
There's a sin, at least down here.
그 말은 좀 아프네요.
It stings a little, Gregor. Standing astounded, I snapped back to reality to check on the sinners. Half of them had already passed away on the floor, and Ishmael's head drooped just after she said her last words. A sin?
그러면 뭐 어떠냐?
But so what, buddy?
계속 뻔뻔하게 살아남아야지.
You got to live on like it's nobody's business.
일일이 죄책감 부여하다간 네 마음이 남아나지 않아.
Laying guilt on yourself over spilt milk will wear your heart out. With Gregor breathing his last breath, Yuri and I became the only surviving members standing in the area. Don't worry too much about us. I can take them back there and revive them. knew mechanical ticking was all Yuri could hear, but I did my best to communicate my message to her nonetheless. I know. Yuri ended the conversation with not a word after. After a long period of awkward gloom, the toxic gas finally dispersed.
이제 괜찮은 것 같네요.
Looks like it's okay now. Oh yeah.
도울게요. 가서 빨리 살리고 오죠.
I'll give you a hand. Let's go bring your people back to life. Saying that, Yuri took the gas mask off and calmly carried the sinners on her shoulders, one by one. Unsure what to say for her, I remained quiet. Oh, hello.
겁들을 제거하겠소.
How did you win that? Get out of here.
조치는 낙욕하오.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
좋은 전략입니다.
그래, 내려가자.
폭의 거울은 깨졌어.
예리한 검으로 하는 예술이 보고 싶었나?
Okay, let's keep moving forward. We're dominating that one. Got that one. We're not dominating that one. Take that. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we're good on that.
개시합니다.
좋은 전략입니다.
재미난 결과죠.
규정대로
I still haven't seen if doing all of these are worth it or not. Okay, so we do have a rest point that's coming up. When we face an abnormality that was most likely to cause many disasters in the facility, according to Yuri, these abnormalities used to surrender under strict supervision, kept in check by detailed managerial procedures. I don't want to imagine what would happen now that the facility has faced closure. Okay, so once we get in that room, that's going to be it. I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to go have dinner. Were these abnormalities responsible for killing all the employees?
아니에요. 아마 제 짐작이 맞다면.
I doubt that. If my guess is right.
전방을 주시하십시오, 관리자님. 아까랑 똑같은 놈이 하나 더 있습니다.
Keep your eyes ahead, manager. There's another one of them. Oh. He's got Malkuth's armband on. Humanoid appearing wearing the head of a statue is sitting against the wall.
안녕. 너희도 제비뽑기를 하러 왔니?
Hi, are you here to draw your lot?
사원증을 다 모아서 주면 당첨자를 고르는 거야.
Gather all your IDs and give them to me. We'll find the winner. Its hand was barely grasping onto a strap of an ID card. Alex was the name written on it.
알렉스.
제정신이 아닌데. 당첨자 타령은 뭐야?
Gone nuts, hasn't she? What's that babble about winners?
어떤 환상체들은 관리법에 정기적으로 희생물을 정해 바치라고 쓰여져 있었죠.
Some abnormalities demanded regular offerings as part of the managerial guidelines.
그쪽으로 가면 안 돼. 그것들이 곧 찾아낼 거야.
You shouldn't go that way. They will find you.
그리고 결국 인신공양에 있었던 거구나.
And the offering happened, didn't it?
네가 뽑을 차례야.
It's your turn to draw. Offering?
인신 공양을 하지 않으면 어떻게 되는데요?
What happens if no human sacrifice is made?
그건 몰라요. 관리법은 항상 철저히 지켜졌었거든요.
We never found out. We followed every procedure without fail.
탈출해서 닥치는 대로 사람을 죽이고 다녔던 건가요?
I guess it escaped and started killing people left and right.
그 환상체라는 놈 되게 졸렬한가 보네. 만나면 뒤통수를 까고 다니나 보지?
That abnormality must have been one spineless bugger. Does it whack victims in the back of its head?
그게 무슨 말이에요?
What do you mean?
단체로 눈이 삐기라도 했냐? 그건 사람이 낸 상처였어. 서로 한 대라도 더 때리려고 기를 썼더만.
Did you get all jammed in your eyes or what? Those wounds are clearly left by humans. You can tell they were beating the shit out of each other.
저 등신들은 지들끼리 치고받다가 뒤진 거야.
Those thickos killed each other in a fight.
왜 그런 건데요?
For what reason?
뻔하지.
It's clear as day.
누가 무너지고 한동안은 어떻게든 살아남을 거라 생각했을 거야.
Probably figured they would survive a while even after the branch was buried.
꾸준히 사람을 바치기만 한다면 언젠간 구조가 될 수도 있으니까.
Kept offering folks from time to time, and the rest might get rescued one day.
뽑기로 몇 달은 버텼겠지. 일단 한 놈만 죽으면 잠깐은 버틸 수 있으니까.
Guess they kept the lots going for a few months. It was the safest way they had to keep the thing in check.
네. 그걸 희생자가 고지고대로 받아들이겠냐?
Problem though, you think the guy they picked as the fall guy would gladly accept his fate?
내가 죽을 바엔 눈앞에 있는 놈 머리통을 터뜨리겠어.
If I was them, I'd have strangled the bloke next to me.
그럼 적어도 지금 내가 받쳐지는 일은 없을 테니까.
Better them than me, ain't that right?
뭐 그렇게 흘러갔겠지.
And the rest is history, I bet.
그러다 마지막으로 살아남아서 그들과 같은 석상을 뒤집어 쓰고 있으면
And the last survivor took the stone mask belonging to the statue heads,
인신 공양을 피할 수 있을 거라고 생각했군요.
believing that it'd save her from being sacrificed.
그럴 리가 없어요. 알렉스는 자기가 살려고 남을 죽이는 직원이 절대.
It can't be. Alex wouldn't kill others just so she could live.
그걸 네가 어떻게 알아? 저놈이 진짜 알렉스인지 확실하지도 않잖아.
How do you know that? You can't even be sure if that's actually Alex or not.
한 가지 조언을 해줄까?
Let me give you a tip.
그들이 직접 데리러 오기 전에 직접 걸어가는 편이 훨씬 편할 거야.
Be much better off going on your own foot before they come to take you.
이만 떠나지. 이제는 곧 숨을 거둘 거다.
Let us be on our way. This person will perish before long. While everyone else moved along, Yuri remained in place and continued to stare down the statue-clad individual.
네 잘못이 아니었어. 알고 있지?
It wasn't your fault. You know it's not, right?
날 두고 가, 유리. 제발 날 두고 가.
Leave me behind, Yuri. Please leave me. Time to go. Well, this game is still as fucked up as before. They're rummaging through corpses looking for something. Restless demands for an offering rings in the ear. They look like they might jump at any second. You see a dying person nearby grasping for air. Should you offer this person up, or... don't offer the person. Begin a combat encounter. Win to gain a stronger ego gift. Yeah, no, I think we're gonna take that one. Angered by your inaction, the clay dolls attacked you. The combat encounter. Win the next battle and begin bloodied mask of a devotee. I mean, we should be able to handle it, right?
나? 뭐 최선은 다해보겠다만.
Oh yeah, this is a nothing battle.
그래, 들어가자.
소란이 줄었네요.
규정대로.
좋아, 간다.
Really?
명령대로 하겠습니다. 좋은 전략입니다.
All allies gain 5 offensive level and 5 defensive level. Yeah, that seems really good. These abnormalities were most likely causing many disasters in the facility. According to Yuri, these abnormalities used to be under strict supervision, kept in check by detailed managerial procedures. Don't want to imagine what happened now that the facility faced closure. Okay, so... let's go to the main... Save your progress and return to the main menu. Yes. So before I call it here, we're going to do one pull.
전 이 시간대가 제일 마음이 편해지더라고요. 오후도 힘내세요, 관리자님. 안녕하세요. 제 흥을 돋구게 될 곳이 여기라고 들었어요.
Okay.
전 이 시간대
We got a new Sinclair. Inflicts sinking, gain 2 poise. Alright, so we got another one. Anyway, that's going to be it for right now. Next time I play this, we should wrap up the exploration of Lobotomy Corporation and see what if the reward for doing all this is worth it or not. Because goddamn, this is a long section of the game. Holy shit. But we'll come back to it next time. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see